Hey everyone, so this is Cyril again from Cyril Cybernated. I'm just going to share with you guys my first experience attending a houseplant propagation class. So I did attend a plant swap in July, and this is actually my first propagation class per se with like a professional. So our speaker today was like Corey Barnes, I think. I'm not sure, I'm just going to put his name on the screen, and the event was organized by Gardenur. So they're an online plant marketplace, and they're basically based here in about Northern California, if you may, around San Francisco Bay Area. But they've been like attending plant events around the Bay Area, and they do offer like free delivery along the Bay Area customers, but I think they do ship as well for the entire US. So I started the morning, woke up at 7.
Good morning. So I'm headed to Gardenur's houseplant propagation class today. So I'm wearing my Monstera pin from Biophylla and my Voice with Plant shirt.
I had to be there like before 9:30, and it's like a little over an hour drive. When we got to Sunnyvale, that's where the workshop was. The location was Polka Dot Kids. It's like kiddie daycare, I think. And then there was like some face painting, which I missed doing, but I really wanted to. And the plants were on display. There were a lot of gorgeous plants, a lot of rare ones as well. So I would be inserting some clips so every now and then, or maybe after I speak, to like insert clip here. And then before the workshop started, everyone got the chance to register and put their names on a raffle entry, and someone won an Anthurium clarinerdium early.
I win!
Whoa, this says everyone gets one. Where are the rest of it? No. Rochelle.
Congrats. And then we had some light breakfast. I'll be inserting some clips of the food. And then before we started, we got to pick our own plants. What we did earlier was like air layering, and we did discuss some of the different methods of propagation, and the speaker was very knowledgeable. Obviously he has been doing this. It's not the first time that I've heard about air layering. Actually, back in grade school, I think the term that we use in the Philippines is like marketing. I'm not sure if that's such a popular or the right word for it, but air layering is more accepted, I guess. So the discussion was so fun. First of all, I got to meet a lot of plant enthusiasts who also follow me on my Instagram account. So it was, so I don't know, it's just amazing for people to like walk up to you and say like, hey, I know you, blah 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 blah, and you know, like being, you know, I grew my account in over a year, and it's mainly because of my passion, and it's just like overwhelming to see that people actually remember what you post on Instagram. So you know, someone walked up to me and asked about like my trailing plans of String of Hearts and things like that. So I don't know, it was just overwhelming. So I'm just gonna stop this video now and probably record another one, because earlier I was speaking for like 6 minutes straight and it didn't save. Okay, so going back, so I've been showing you some clips of the workshop that I had earlier, and after some questions, of course, it was so nice to hear everybody's questions, because you know, our speaker was very knowledgeable.
For the plan swap, please ask one of us to fill out basically the plant name.
The garden's fundraising plant sales, and they showed up and gave me a copy of their card, and I was just immediately really inspired by their business model, which we just briefly spoke about.
And the topic was very appropriate for, you know, everyone that shares the same passion. And then we got to do the propagation ourselves already. So everyone grabbed their plant. We had our own tools. We had like gloves, our own wires, Ziplocs. We had our own moss. The speaker prepared his own concoction of rooting hormone.
You know probably better than anyone, general public, that there are many plants. Like even one family plant, there's so many varieties, right? So the idea is to have marketplaces to make plants available to general public. And then our sellers, some of our sellers are here.
Cool. Okay. Cool. And so how many of us are just kind of everyday enthusiasts who just want to get home and market? Great.
So we had our own blades, our scissors, our knives, and we also brought in plants because after the workshop we had the opportunity to do some plant swap. So what I bought was like a cutting of philodendron micans that I personally rooted, I think it was around December last year, January of last year, and it was just like one naked stem left. You know, it was just like a naked stem that dried up on my main pot of philodendron micans, and I was like, I better try to propagate it. And after like, it's probably 9 months now, or 10 months, or probably a year, because I will show you clips of me carrying my clippings earlier. It grew already its own velvety leaves, so it was such an accomplishment to share it to someone who, you know, from a bare stem, I guess. I also had one strand of my Hoya linearis and a strand of Hoya Chelsea that I also like managed to keep alive after all these months, and you know, had some new growth. So I just kept everything in water. So general rule on a plant swap, by the way, is, you know, for you to bring cuttings, let's say you bring one plant, so you get to trade it with another plant enthusiast that would agree that it's going to be a mutual trade. So if I was carrying something and you were carrying something, and we agree that, okay, we'd like to exchange, so that's how plant swaps work, just in case you were wondering. So I decided not to get any more plants because I was obviously taking one home from the propagation class, and I just want to share the plant love. And then going back up, I might as well show you what I propagated. What we did again was like air layering, and we had some Ficus tineki to propagate. So each one had their own, and it was so funny to see everyone, like, we were all struggling how to do it.
So what happens if you press a little bit too hard or go a little high up on the plant is that you can go right through, right? So because there isn't much wood in the center to resist that blade that you're pushing. So if it happens, it's not the end of the world. Because we have buds, right? And we have these.
I know about it, but I don't think I personally did it before. So this is what is my finished product. So I basically took off 3 leaves from this plant. One here, one was here, and the other one was here.
Just whack them up. No, they do have feelings, right? So we just can't hear them. All 3 of those. Yeah.
And then you basically remove the first 2 layers of this, and then just keep the woody portion of the rubber tree.
Maybe that's why it's appropriate.
And then you're gonna dab some rooting hormone or swab it with some rooting hormone and cover it with moist sphagnum moss, which is supposed to be sterilized so that it will not harbor organisms or grow some wild moss or grass inside.
Close, don't even put anything on there yet. Just like wrap this around, then close it at the bottom.
And then you wrap it with like 2 wires at the top and bottom. It was kind of tricky doing this on your own, and like some of the trees were like moving because of their height, and I guess they were transplanted by I mean not too long ago, so they had to like it was hard to keep them stable. And then we were told that in about 2 months this should grow some roots already, and once the root ball is like this size, I guess about the same size with your moss, you have to consider like the amount of plant on top. So if you feel that the root ball is enough to supplement it with water and nutrients, then that's the time that you separate it from the main plant, which is right at the bottom. And the one at the bottom should also grow new leaves on top, you know, making 2 clone of the plants. And then of course, basic care for ficus is bright and direct light. In my experience, they don't really like being moved, and they still enjoy like drying in between waterings. But for someone, he shared that, you know, his wasn't doing well with their own water, so he was using like distilled water. Mine was just like okay with tap water, but it was really the light that was tricky for me, so I had to like find a very bright indirect light for it. So actually mine's at the office now, so that's where they got a lot of light and more space. This one I'm probably gonna keep here at home, of course, and see how it goes, you know, after 2 months or so, and might as well like update you on what happens to this on Instagram. So if you're not following me yet, here's gonna be my username. I hope I could insert it here, over here or something. And in general, it was so fun. First of all, it was so fun. It's such a shame we weren't able to take like a major group photo, because, you know, I guess everybody just forgot about it, and later on we were like, oh, we didn't take a photo, but most of them left already, so it was just the few of us left. And then I keep on scratching my face because I was kissing Monsoon, and there's a lot of yet. I usually post every day and at least a few stories every day. And Monsoon is already crying because I locked the door because I'm doing my laundry and the washing machine is kind of making noise. So let's pick her up so that she can say hi. 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 Say hi. Say hi to YouTube. Hello. What are we doing today? You need to wipe your eyes. You want to go out? Let me open the door first. Okay, out. You can run. Fine to not problems of a cat parent. Anyways, so I guess you would enjoy this video. I mean, thumbs up if you enjoyed it. You know, how I shared my experience. Actually, it's always a good experience for me. And then comment if you have any questions, like what do you do in a plant swap? Like what kind of plants do you bring? Technically, I would respond to nice comments. So lately, I've been like getting some comments that doesn't really sit well with me. So no tolerance for that. Anyways, I do appreciate like constructive criticisms though, so I'll try to put out more valuable content as much as I can. It's already getting cold, so I don't know what content would I be able to put out because I decided to do YouTube at this time of the year. But we'll see, you know, I mean, if you have any suggestions, I would gladly read your suggestions, and please do comment them down below. I'm trying to reach 1,000 followers, so I think we're a little over 800 now. So if you could just follow, I would really appreciate it. I mean, subscribe and click the notifications bell so you'll get prompted whenever I upload a video here on YouTube. So I think that will be it for today. So thank you again for watching. Have a good one. Bye bye. Oh, are you hungry? Is that your stomach that I heard?